Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless reading for you. This is a tarot and oracle reading, Pisces, and it's just as a thank you for your likes and your subscribes, all of your support, and we're going to get right into it. If you don't mind hitting the like button on your way in. So this is my backyard, basically. We have to contend with a few really loud ravens, some chipmunks, and I'll be holding up the cards because I understand that you can't really see them very well, so I apologize for that, but I hope that you enjoy the surroundings as much as I do. I know you do, Pisces, because I'm a Pisces too. And we love being surrounded by trees and life. Who doesn't, honestly? All right, so if you've been thinking about joining the fam, please do. It's a really loving community. I love to pray for you guys, and so do a lot of Pisces out there and cross watchers alike. So say hi in the comments section if you'd like for us to focus our energy on you and pray for you. And the hello, or even leaving an emoji if that's more comfortable, it's just providing us something that represents you, that we can focus on. We start with the message of longing. Welcome your yearning. And this is a hard one to do. Let's see if I can do it. Oh my God, it's so weird. Yeah, okay. So you twist your arms together and you put your fingertips together. I know it's not so easy. So I'm gonna pick another mudra as well, just for anybody who's kind of challenged with this one. So welcome your longing, and you put your two fingers together and lace the other fingers. Beyond the beyond, beyond the furthest limits, I find light and bliss. The spiral mudra strengthens the vegetative nervous system and activates the production of feel-good hormones. The wrists are crossed over and around each other. The little finger and ring finger and middle fingers are interlocked, as I showed you. It says, see yourself sitting on a spiral which extends deep into the ground below you and up, up, up into the infinite sky. If you let yourself slide down it, life seems to be without sense or meaning. So instead, you move up the spiral, knowing that there are other worlds, powers, and secrets beyond that which we cannot see. You yield up your longing and yourself to these higher powers and sing, beyond the beyond, beyond the furthest limits, I find light and bliss. So it's basically like take a leap of faith rather than going back to where you've been. Your happiness lies there. What else? For any of my Pisces who don't want to twist their wrists around, we have intuition. I love this one, and it's so perfect. It's high priestess energy for my Pisces. You put your thumb in your hand, and you put your other thumb against your fingers. I described that terribly, like this. Okay, so deep down, you just know. It says, deep down, I know what is right and important for me. This mudra is good for your windpipe and voice. It brings inner calm and harmony and awakens your intuitive powers. If some of you guys have been struggling with speaking your truth, this is a really powerful mudra. The right hand symbolizes a seashell, and the left hand is the pearl within it, and it represents your higher self, the part of you that knows what's right and important for you. With an exhalation, sing out a long, deep Om. This is a primal syllable which gets your cells vibrating. See yourself descending deeper and deeper into your innermost recesses with every breath you take. That is where your higher self keeps the answers to all of your questions. You become aware of stillness and emptiness and are ready to receive the inner voice. So far, if we were to choose a theme for your reading, Pisces, it's basically like time to take a leap of faith, move forward rather than backward, up and up that spiral, and you know more than you maybe realize. Right? With longing and intuition, allow yourself to explore. Allow yourself to long for those things that you have not experienced yet. All right, let's get into this reading. I'll take a scooch back. Happy belated birthday to any Pisces who recently celebrated it. While this is a timeless reading, I am recording it at the end of March. That has no hold, of course, over the reading. Whenever you see this, that's when you were meant to find it. Taking only the cards that fly out on their own. This is a living, breathing reading with tarot, and they have to volunteer their energies. If they fly in reverse, that's how we read them. My Pisces need to know, viewing this time viewing this? We start with 10 of Cups. Yeah, that's awesome. We'll get into the details in a moment, but let's get the energies out. No, I'm viewing this. Let's do it. Okay. We had a big chunk of cards come out, and I think we're not going to fight that. Okay. It looks like I'm talking to, before I say anything, actually, I want to get clarity on one. Bear with me. What's this 6 of Pentacles? What's this 7 of? What's the 7 of Pentacles? Okay, so this is about kind of solutions. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a solution finder, and she's about getting down to truth. It can also be an air sign, but I don't want to actually digress with that. So we start with the 10 of Cups, right? And the 10 of Cups is like happiness, it's harmony, it's kind of, all the 10s represent getting to the end of a certain type of chapter, and this one is all about your happiness. This is all about cups. We have cups here around reciprocity, around generosity. This is specifically around being emotionally supported in your environment. You are Queen of Cups, I have no doubt about that. It can represent Cancers and Scorpios as well. Roles can be reversed, but this is about getting, like, being fed on an emotional, possibly even creative level, being seen. I will say right now this is going to be an extended, and that link is always going to be in the description box below if you expand it underneath the video. It's the price of a cup of coffee, because I want to go deeper. We're going to get more this, whatever this is. We're going to get advice. So we have we've got a character here, and I don't think it's you. We have somebody here who came out upside down. The King of Swords upside. This guy, when he's right side up, he's all about truth. He's all about getting down to brass tacks. He thinks unemotionally. He's in the financial or career world, it would be a strategist, an analyst, a lawyer, a doctor, surgeon, you know what I mean? This person is upside down. That means that they're out of balance here, and specifically not making an important transformation or an important evolution. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with, Pisces, and they could be emotionally less evolved than you. And I think that one is looking outside themselves for maybe solutions. There's an end of a chapter here with this person, but it could be just their bad attitude. Not quite sure what it is yet, but I want to unpack that a little bit further. We do have a theme of solutions here with the 7 of Pentacles. This is a pause, kind of where you take a look at everything, the way you've been doing it, and you are going to decide. I think you're going to be very open-minded in ways that you need to shift, ways that you need to change your reality and move things about in order. It's kind of like definitely kind of got that theme of longing, that spiral staircase. You already know what you've done and how you've approached your life up until now, and you already know kind of the harvest it brings. You know what the results are. And so you have a choice with the 7 of Pentacles during this pause. You have a choice to continue going the way that you have been and hoping that this just changes. And I think it's specific to this person who hasn't evolved, or you change it up completely. You think outside the box. This is somebody, I don't think, because we're talking about harmony, reciprocity, filling your cup, feeling emotionally like you're being supported. I feel that this person has not been doing that. Maybe it's not been the whole time, but this scenario needs to be looked at. It needs attention. Okay, so what about that, right? I feel like we need to unpack that King of Swords in reverse a little bit more. I feel like sometimes they can come towards you completely different than the King of Swords. It's like they have two sides of them. They've got one that maybe is a little more immature and fluffy and bubbly, almost. Bubbly is a funny word to use, but you know, in comparison to the King of Swords. And then they also have this other side of them that is totally cut off emotionally. And you've been waiting, I think, for them to grow up and hoping that those two sides of them come together somehow, right? Because the Knight of Cups is somebody who could resonate with you, but also you recognize, Pisces, at least I think now you do, that this person is fleeting. They're kind of like, it's just a side of them. So what is this World card? I think you're looking outside of this individual for solutions. I think a lot of you guys there's a Queen of Pentacles that pops up, and there's almost like two individuals here. I feel that what is this Queen of Pentacles? This Queen of Pentacles represents somebody who's got their own dramas going on. I do feel like it's another character. This is a really interesting reading. I hope it's helpful for you, but this is another character. You feel very, you're unwavering in something about this person. They've been through some tough stuff. They've got the Three of Swords here. They also they're getting the Emperor upside down, which means they may not feel super in control of their life or their emotions, aspects of their life right now. Yet the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is nurturing and who is stable and unwavering and loyal. And we have the Nine of Wands backing that. This is a tenacity card. This is self-protection and tenacity. It's kind of like they're going into the flames. They're like this, but they're still going into the flames, you know? So you feel a certain way about this individual, and nothing's going to change your mind with the Seven of Wands. And these two people are connected somehow. And I think that King of Swords, the dichotomy between their mood swings, is making you go towards this other individual, or it's giving you insight about them. A very particular reading. So we end up here, right? About finding solutions, the fork in the road, the pause, where you consider how you've done it up until now, and then what might need to change in order to move forward. And I think, Pisces, you're keeping a really open mind. So let's get some cards out on that. Let's use the same deck. What is this open mind? Where is it leading? So remember, the first card that we got, this is all about your happiness. This is where you're zoned in. This is what your focus is on, is your happiness. Most likely in the realm of relationships and your heart space. It's all cups. It says, what are you keeping an open mind about? You might be very keen on what people are saying about you. And what I can say about that is, of course, be discerning, because it's not necessarily built on all truth with the Page of Swords. Maybe some of you guys actually have the feeling that somebody in particular is talking about you, talking some smack. But it's all going to be okay. This is all healing. And I can guarantee you that, Pisces, if there is somebody talking some shit about you out there, they're in the throes of their own healing as well. What a weird, it's a good reading, but what an interesting reading. What does Pisces need to pay attention to right now? Then we'll take it to the extended, but I wanted to leave you with that. What's the best thing for Pisces to be paying attention to right now? I love the Ace of Cups is the bottom of the deck. Cards are acting funny. Okay, so this King of Pentacles is upside down. So why do they need to? Okay, interesting. Really? One sec. You know what's going to surprise the hell out of somebody here is if you're compassionate. Remember when I said you might be getting the feeling that somebody's talking some shit about you, and know that they are healing as well with the Six of Swords, and specifically to this person out of alignment, this King of Pentacles. They are cold. This is a cold person. And you know what's going to blow them away is actually if you're kind to them. If you turn on your superpowers of kindness, because guess who came back? Our cold King of Pentacles, right? They're the same person. This person's actually healing. It's hard for them to heal, though. They don't have, you know, the language they use on others. They use that language on themselves, too. Think about that for a second, Pisces. You know, if their bandwidth is like this big for like kindness and empathy and compassion, they also have to, they assert that towards themselves as well. And what they could really use is that which they can't give themselves. It's going to blow them away if you're actually kind to them, because that's what you do very well, Pisces. But you don't have to do that without your own boundaries. Now, that doesn't mean you also have to contact them or be around them too. So you know what's best for you. But it seems that this kindness is almost passing an olive branch, Pisces. And this doesn't have to be such a harsh ending, right? It doesn't have to go that way. One can still grieve, one can feel disappointed, but it doesn't have to be so extreme. One sec. This person is the source of a lot of upset, Pisces. Things are just not... There's been a resistance, I think, with this person. Resistance. What's this? Yeah, you're at a place of... So this is a major place of rebalancing a relationship with the Justice card. And that means that karmically you're in the right place, but things are going to look good for you karmically. But remember that we got the Six of Pentacles. That's about balance too. They're both holding the scale for a reason. I think that somebody here has not been feeding your heart or giving you the support that you need emotionally. And you're not going to pretend that they don't. But you don't have to meet them with the same coldness, basically, or you don't have to meet the situation that way. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to take it on to the extended, find out more about it, and get some advice. If you'd like to follow me there, of course, the link is in the description box, like I said. Take good care. Bye-bye.